Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG's Metalopolis, Thius versus Goku. It is going to be a semifinal matchup, which makes it a best of three. And yeah, so Zerg versus Zerg here too. Now that's going to be fun. We do have Thius spawning as our pink up here at the 12 o'clock position. 2 o'clock we do find Goku spawning as our red Zerg. Close positions by air. Notice that Thius did get his Overlord moving just a little bit faster, but both of these guys are about to be scouting each other in just a moment. Okay, I'll ask him to leave. I don't know who that is, but if you're on the live stream, you better get the heck out, man. Absolutely no cheating. Okay, so New York video game freak. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, so let's see. We do have Goku cruising in here. Does see what's going on. We don't have any tech quite yet. Nothing quite yet. But should see a spawning pool from one of these guys here in just a moment. It is about that time in a Zerg vs Zerg to get that spawning pool out. Let's just check the units tab, see where we're at. Notice that Thius up 1 right now, so that's not too bad on the economy. And there goes his spawning pool, just a little bit ahead of his opponent here, who is getting a gas instead of a spawning pool. There goes the spawning pool, but he did get that gas first. Are we going to see a gas here from Thius? Yes, we are. Cool, so fairly similar builds at this point, not too bad. Thius ahead on his spawning pool, behind on his extractor, and vice versa. There for Goku. Yeah, I agree. I just want to mention, though, that what Kid is saying out on the live stream is absolutely true. In these close spawn positions like this, even by air, you want to camp your Overlord right over top of your opponent's hatchery, and you want to try and mirror their build as best you possibly can. And even if it's slightly delayed, that's not a problem. So it's a pretty good thing to do. You want, and notice that Thius is going for a fast expand here. Now that could be a little dangerous here. I think maybe just a little bit early. He is going to have to go straight for Roach Tech to potentially hold on there. But notice that he is supply blocked right now, and that is killing him. So we've really got to see some more careful play, I think, from Thius so far in this best of 3 matchup here, or he is going to find himself in a world of hurt. Notice that Goku is in pretty decent shape, does have that metabolic speed boost on the way already. And Thius going for his Roach Warren, which he absolutely must do at this point to defend this, I believe. And it is going to be Goku, though, gearing up for an attack here in just a little bit, I would assume. So probably time to start sending out some Lings in just a moment. But right now he's got a pretty decent economy, got his queen out, going to be working on some inject larva, going to be super effective at pumping out those Lings here for just a little bit. Thius does have his expand up and running right now. Roachhorn is about to pop, but could be late considering the timing here of Goku. Goku going to be cruising out here with what appears to be 8 Lings. Probably going to be streaming some more behind. I would assume we do have that larvae about to pop here on that Nexus, so should have quite a bit. Looks like Goku should be able to deny, I think at this point, go ahead and deny that hatchery at least, if not do more damage than that. Looks like he is going to try and do more damage. Going to go ahead and force the cancel there. Going to try and take out this queen, doing a lot of damage here, but here come the roaches for defense. Now, is it going to be enough roaches? Did take out the queen, though. That's a big snipe there. There is, however, another queen down at the natural, so that's going to make up a little bit of difference there. And those roaches coming in pretty clutch. We're able to take those guys out. Let's just check in on the units lost, though. Notice that it is going to favor Goku at this point. And Goku going to come down here. It looks like he is going to get the snipe on another queen. Oh, but he backed out. I think he could have done it. Would have been difficult, but it was close. That's okay. Not too bad. He did back out. Should wait for some more reinforcements, either that or take an expand, and it appears that that's what he is going to do, taking an expansion here. Let's just check the units tab, see where we're at economically. Goku only behind by 3 harvesters at this point. It does have out a Roach Warren of his own and going to be mounting an attack here, it appears, in just a moment. Now, notice the map control here for Thius and Goku, a little bit shy, but Thius is seeing what's coming his way there. because of that positioning. He does see these guys cruising around. Couple roaches, not too bad of a deal here. We do have one spine crawler going down here for Thius, but is it going to be go time here for Goku? He does have these guys camped in a forward position, albeit though they are standing right underneath an Overlord. Got to be careful of your positioning. I mean, if you do see an Overlord, maybe want to move him somewhere else so he doesn't sit there and get to look at your army size the entire time. That's okay. All in all, he seems to be doing a pretty decent job here. Whoops, units tab does show that Goku now taking the lead economically in pretty dang good style and going to be producing what appears to be a lair. There it is right there. Good stuff. So lair tech on the way. We do not have a lair here for Thius quite yet. But Thius needs to be macroing up here a little bit, I think. We do see that he's got one drone in production, not quite enough to make me super happy, but he is up to 19 drones right now. But look at that, 29 drones right now for Goku. Goku going mad cow disease for drones right now, and I love it because, you know what, he doesn't really have to worry about his opponent attacking him, and he's got a pretty substantial army here for defense should he indeed need it. So good stuff so far. Looks like Goku should be in phenomenal shape as soon as it is time for him to start trading armies. In the meantime, we probably could use a little bit of a drone transfer back down to the natural here. I'm trying to figure out why these guys are back up here mining. I just don't get it. A little bit of a misclick maybe or something, but that is either that or it's very, very poor decision making. You want to keep this natural saturated, get these guys spread out, and yeah, I mean, he's going to find himself in trouble here because now his main is oversaturated, his natural not really mining at all. There's no real reason for him to have it. It's just a macro hatch at this point because this oversaturation here is less effective than mining at this natural at the same time. So I don't no idea what he's doing, to be honest. But, yeah, I mean, he's got 2 queens and a spine crawler and some roaches and not producing anything, and he's floating a lot of minerals. So, kind of difficult, I think, here for Thius. Maybe his nerves are getting at him just a little bit. He is going to be working on his lair here. And pretty decent time, not too bad, but it looks as though Goku going to be gearing up for an attack and appears to have phenomenal army numbers at this point. So Goku could be moving forward here just a bit. He is going to be waiting for that roach speed to complete. Not a bad deal there. I think will really, really be useful. And notice that he is getting out a Spire as well. Yeah. And a kid out on the live stream saying that Goku taking a strong lead. I absolutely agree with that summation. This is an extremely strong lead. Notice that Thius did just barely start to get that drone count back up, and he just caught up to Goku, but Goku, I think, is now in let's go for an attack mode and take a gold expand behind. So he looks to be pretty good. I would like to see him cruise out across the field here in just a moment. He's got pretty decent roach numbers here. I think that he could do a decent amount of damage. Let's just check the units tab though and see where we're at. 18 roaches here for Thius. Actually, he's not too bad either. He's ahead of his opponent roach count, so I don't know, though. Could be interesting, but regardless, Goku is going to be securing the gold, which will be nice moving forward here. And that Spire tech could come into play in a very, very big way, especially considering that Thius just does not have any AA out on the field quite yet at all, except for his double queens. But as we all know, 2 queens doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be safe. So, yeah, good stuff there. We do have what appears to be some mutas coming out on the field right now. The gold to expand about to be complete here for Goku. Should be in great, great shape. 40 drones to 33 in favor of Goku there. So beautiful stuff. And Goku just kind of sitting back here defensively, which is not a bad play, I don't think, at this point. But he's got to be careful. He needs to have some good scouting intel on what's going on. He does have this Overseer. Let's see if he did see that Spire, though. Yeah, he did see the Spire, so he does know what's coming. But he's just not quite prepared yet, and that's what's bothering me here just a little bit. We need to see a little bit better preparation. Oh, there we go. Now he's putting some spore crawlers down. Now he's putting them down. Spore crawlers going to be super effective here, and that's a lot of spore crawlers. Quite a few spore crawlers. But here come the mutas in fairly decent numbers. Going to at least do some damage. As long as Goku has good control, doesn't want to get him too close to those spore crawlers. But just mixing him into his army at this point, not a bad idea either. I mean, you don't always have to just harass with mutas, even though that's really what they're made for. It's not super cost-effective unit when it comes down to it, especially if they die. So, gotta be careful. But it mixed into this army, I mean, Thius won't have anything to counter those, so that's the nice thing for him. No new tech from Thius quite yet. Would like to see him probably go for some Hydras. I think that would be a great play for him at this point. Notice that Goku going Gosu, if you will, and he's getting out a super large army, supply blocking his opponent here with these mutas, doing a great job staying active with these units, and that's looking really, really good. Looks like another Overlord going to go down here. Here comes the Spore Crawler. Got to be careful. Oh, the Spore Crawler is doing so much damage, taking out 2 of those guys. That was really nice. Good job for Thius, but Goku now in great shape. Notice we did get that tunneling claws here, and Thius going to be cruising forward with a lot of roaches. I'm trying to figure out what he's doing here, but he does have burrowed roaches in the center of the map, and that is interesting. And burrowing back to his base, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but it is going to be strange, that's for sure. Goku, yeah, I think is set to go. The unfortunate thing here for Thius is that these guys can't attack while they're burrowed. And Goku has such a large army here that I just don't think that burrowed roach is going to be the right play here. I mean, unless he's going to get aggressive with them, then I just don't. I think that he's going to find himself out of this game very shortly. We do have this gold expand here for Goku, saturated fairly well. We should see Goku probably secure a 4th base, but at this point, Thius needs to be securing another base as well. Really 2 bases. It's 16 and 17 minutes into the game. It's time for that to be go time. We do have a Nidus network, though, and here come the roaches into the main, straight to the mineral line here. I like that. But here comes Goku's army. Looks like he is going to be holding this off in pretty decent time. We did lose a queen here at the main, but all in all, pretty decent defense. And all these roaches are indeed going to die, and that is brutal for Thius. Thius going to be losing in a significant amount of roaches there because of that. Nidus network is now down. Goku going to be cruising back around, and it looks as though this may be counter-attack time. I sure hope it is. In many ways. Got to go for that counter. I think this is the great time. Look at that. There's just not much here on the field for Thius. Really does not have the units that he needs. Goku going to be maxed out here in just a little bit, and sending these roaches out right now I think is a great choice. Looks like he is doing it too. So get yourselves prepared. It is going to be an epic battle here in game number 1. And yeah. Here come the roaches. Goku just going to be able to overwhelm his opponent here. There we go. Backing up just a little bit. Stand out of range of those spine crawlers. Not a bad idea. And now going to be cruising forward. And look at these roaches here for Thius. All of these guys going to die here. And GG, well played from Thius. I think in great time there. Beautiful game. Congrats to Goku. We'll be going into game number 2, however, here in just a moment. It will be Thius map choice, so don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG's Xel'Naga Caverns. We do have Thius and Goku in this best of 3. Currently game 2 in favor of Goku. So going to be fun. ZvZ here. Goku showing a lot of strength with early aggression and then transitioning into roaches at, I think, at a very appropriate time. His macro was exceptional, and I think Thius had a good idea with the burrow roaches. Didn't make it stick, though. He didn't really try it out. I think he got a little bit too afraid to try it. So, I mean, it definitely worked against him. And then I liked his idea with the Nidus worm as well, but just was unable to make it happen. And that's where it came down to Goku just overwhelmed him with great macro and a phenomenal army size and unit composition there. So good stuff there. I think great play from both players. And this game we are going to see Thius spawning as our pink Zerg down here in the bottom left-hand corner. In the top right we do have Goku going to be our purple. Notice that we do have what appears to be a 10 pool from Thius, so going to be going for early aggression here on this map. 10 pool, and it is going to be fun, fun, fun. Goku is going to be sending out his Overlord Scout. However, the Overlord will not scout the 10 pool soon enough, so 10 pool might be a good choice here. It's going to come down to Goku's reaction time. Is he going to be able to defend appropriately, or is Thius going to be able to do the damage that he needs to off of the 10 pool? Now, Goku does have a spawning pool going down in pretty decent time. Notice that he does have an extractor going down as well. And, yeah, should be okay here. I mean, that was a 15 pool for Goku, so not too bad. He just needs to make sure that he's hitting all of his timings as he moves forward here right now. So, all in all, it's good stuff. We do see Thius producing those Zerglings. These guys are going to be cruising out across the map here in just a moment. There are 6. No time to waste. Go, go, go. And it is time to go. Yeah, go. And off they go. Are going to be scouted here by Goku. So lucky scout there from Goku is going to see these guys coming. Should get himself prepared here. Spine Crawler going down for Goku. Now Thius going to need to focus down the Spine Crawler. Next is the Queen going to be popping here. He's going to need to focus down the Queen as well. But looks like there will be plenty of Zerglings here for defense potentially. Thius going to have to be very, very good with his micro here, because Goku in phenomenal shape right now. Oh, and focusing it down just a little bit too hard. Going to be taking a little bit of extra damage there, but evacuating here pretty quickly. Not a bad deal there. Thius probably going to transition here, I assume. So good stuff. He did force his opponent to get that Spine Crawler. Now, if he transitions correctly, that could be good for him. If not, it will be very, very bad. So, but let's see what his transition is going to be. It is going to be Banelings here. Banelings on the way, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see a one-base Baneling play here from Thius. Now we do need to see some scouting, I think, from Goku at this point. He does have this Overlord in the base, but didn't cruise over here quite yet to check out the Baneling nest. So does want to know that, needs to know what's coming. And I do like Banelings in a ZvZ. I think they're super effective, especially because you can't really wall off. You don't have tons of things available to you to counter them, except for roaches. Now notice that Goku is getting roaches, but the nice thing is that Lings take down the roaches, Banelings take down the mineral line, and that's the key still here with the Baneling and Ling play for Thius, and that's exactly what you want to see him doing. He's got to beat Goku to the punch. He doesn't want Goku to get up enough roaches here, you know, to be able to defend this kind of push. So we do have a hatchery going down. A nice expansion here for Goku, fairly early. Looks to be putting on some pressure as well. Going to take out Thius Zerglings here in the center of the map and then cruise down here to the other side. And looks as though Goku may be able to put on some serious pain here in just a moment. I'm liking this attack from him. This is buying him a lot of time to transition here. But here comes some Banelings. A couple good Baneling blasts here are exactly what we need from Thius to deal with these guys. Oh, Banelings! Taken out before they could even complete. And now the defenses here for Thius, almost none. And he is in sore shape at this point. Goku's attack here, not really meant to win the game, but it is absolutely going to be doing a lot of damage. And this is going to make him really, really in pain for just a moment. So Thius back to mining, though, in pretty decent time. Notice that Thius does have a slight economic advantage here, 16 drones to 13 drones, so he's not out of the game quite yet. Going to be morphing in Banelings here. I usually suggest that players morph these suckers in closer to their opponent's base. They're not super effective here at your main. Maybe leave a couple here for defense or something, but what you really want to do is try and ruin your opponent's economy. But to do that, you've got to be producing drones at a producing Lings at a very quick rate. So it is Silver League here. Both of these guys, Silver League. Both doing a pretty dang good job, though. But Banelings here for defense, I disagree with. I really think this is what you just have to stay aggressive in this Zerg vs. Zerg matchup. I mean, watching the units tab here, 15 for Goku, 19 drones for Thius. I mean, This eventually is going to start going in Goku's favor, though, because he can drone up faster, he can produce units faster, and he's got to feel the pain from Thius if Thius wants to stay in this best-of-3 matchup. He's got to go 2 games in a row now. Being down 1 game, the pressure on. I mean, he cannot lose this game. So we do see him moving out his banelings here to the center of the map. Looks like he may try and mount an attack, which is not a bad idea, but look at what he's going to be going up against. Because he waited so long for this play, he's going to be going up against a mass of roaches, and that not going to be any fun, none whatsoever, and we should see Thius back out here and go ahead and transition into roaches and 2-base play. Is probably his best bet. Goku, in the meantime, does have now 19 drones, so it has evened it up, and Goku going to be producing a whole bunch of roaches, and yeah, this is going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh man, I think Goku may be able to take this win down with his next push here. He's getting a lot of roaches out. He's got a rockin' economy when it comes down to it. Just check that units tab. Notice he's up to 20 now, and his opponent having to spend a couple of those drones to beef his economy up with that expansion. So great play so far from Goku. Yeah, and Kid, I think, is agreeing with me here. He could actually just go attack, and that is probably the best idea. So, but these roaches did take a little bit of damage there from those banelings. We kind of missed that explosion there, but still in pretty decent health. And now going to be cruising forward here. The expand absolutely canceled. I think a smart move. Probably time to just cruise up the ramp here, and this is going to be too many roaches to deal with. I think Thius may end up losing this semifinal right here, right now. Not even any need to micro there, but that's okay. He went straight to the mineral line, which is not a bad play either, and going to destroy this economy. Just take out the drones. There you go. A little bit of micro mistakes there, but that's okay. Looks like to be in pretty decent shape. And the Spire going to be going down. It's just too late. Just too late for Thius, who just doesn't have the resources that it takes now at this point to defend this. These guys should be dead before they ever get into the ground. And yeah, this is probably a GG. Well, I mean, he's going to hold it off for a moment, I guess, but... I don't know. I still think this is game. He doesn't have enough money to produce another... drone, so he can't do any mining at this point. But here comes the counter attack, and he is going to be kind of in a base race scenario, I guess, in some respects. It's kind of a base race. Oh, fun, but down goes the queen. That's good. Evo chamber going down. Looks as though Goku trying to get himself prepared for some AA here, but double queens here at the main. Could be effective if he gets down a good transfuse, which he does. Nice transfuse there, focusing down those guys. And look at that. There's the GG, well played from Thius. I don't blame him there. Too much queen micro there from Goku. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And gonna take that down, so great game. Yeah, I don't blame you, Thius. It was a good try, and that is game. So congrats to Goku. He will be moving on in the tournament, which will put him in the finals. We'll go check in and see if our other semifinal finished or not, but regardless, we'll be moving into the finals shortly anyway, so we'll see you guys then.